Thank you so much. It's great to be back here. Although I must say I'm a little disappointed. There are 12,000 creative people in Cannes at the moment, and not one of you has figured out how to hold these sessions at the beach. Let's try and get that done by next year. It's great to remember the first time I spoke here. It was 2006. The Huffington Post had just been born. Last year, when I spoke here, I talked about my predictions about where I saw the world going. I was right about the direction, but terribly wrong about the speed. And that's what is really amazing about the fact that right now, just look at all the apps that are coming to the market to help us disconnect. I know it sounds a little paradoxical to use technology to disconnect from technology, but that snake is very wily, so we have to be very wily too. At the Apple Developers Conference last week, for example, the most exciting new feature was not the Maps app, or the fact that Siri now is really good at sports trivia, or the long-anticipated integration with Facebook. The most exciting thing was an iPhone tool that actually helped you disconnect from your iPhone.
All right, let's talk headlines.
Beverly, did you hear what Mike just said about your post?
So here's another chance for you to be part of the HuffPost editorial.
So the final mega trend is the one that helps us go beyond searching for information to searching for meaning. And searching for meaning by making a difference in the lives of others. You see it all around us. You see millions of people now who want to make their lives about something more than themselves. In the 1990s, I wrote a book that nobody read, so don't worry if you haven't heard about it, called The Fourth Instinct. The fourth instinct was the instinct beyond the first three that psychologists and biologists all talk about: survival, sex, and power. The fourth instinct is what drives us to want to find meaning, transcendence, purpose in our lives. And we see it now coming to the forefront like never before. And we see in the States, for example, Teach for America, that gives Ivy League graduates the privilege of working for practically no money in inner city schools, and it has thousands of people on the waiting list.
Thank you. This is a very cool auditorium. Everybody okay over here? Very big stage. You know, they always say, old showbiz adage, don't follow a kids act or an animal act. I think we can add to that, don't follow Arianna, but I'm going to try. I'm very excited to be here. First time here in this beautiful ad festival, and I've heard a lot about it. I've heard it could get pretty wild, Microsoft. I decided that I was going to be on my best behavior and try to get everything right. Especially, I wanted to make sure that I pronounced this town correctly, because, you know, Americans, we have a hard time. We can't decide whether it's Cannes or Can. So I asked the hooker who I invited up to the room last night, and she assured me it was Cannes. So I'm very, very thankful that I have that correctly.
This editorial process with you write the headline.
Our Healthy Living editor is on the way in from the newsroom, and Dr. Oz is Skyping in as we speak.
Okay. So we're going to have that. So I'm sure you'll want to see that. So this example actually is not that good. But let's say you don't want to watch that for a minute, but you really want to talk about Hunger Games because you're just so passionate about it. Then you click on the Hunger Games green room, and it opens up, and you can start engaging with the comments. I mean, you can start engaging with that content. You can start leaving comments. You can start having a conversation with your fellow Hunger Game fans. You could read the resource well, all the information. And you could put your hand up and say, hey, you know what? I want to be on this segment. And then we'll have one of our producers contact you, and then boom, you'll be ready when it's time for us to go live. So every time we decide we're going to do a segment, even 12 hours out, we'll create a green room and start populating it with information.
Actually, if we have that video of the 2 minutes, it will sum up a little bit of everything that Roy sent.
That's true.
So if you have it handy, we can show it. If you don't, I'll move on with Unplug and Recharge, Voice of God, Talk to Me. And then you can show it whenever you want. You can feel free to interrupt me if you get that video.